Presented by Ceramic Speed, part of the victory.
Welcome back to Breakfast with Bob from Challenge Denmark. My name is Bob Babbitt. We are brought to you by Ceramic Speed, and we are at beautiful LEGOLAND. My next guest from Ceramic Speed, Mr. Ben Powell. Ben, how are you?
I'm very good, Bob. Nice to be in Denmark, actually, with a bit of sun.
Now, this is, did you grow up far from here?
So actually, a lot of people think I'm a Dane, but I'm actually from Wales. Wales is my home country. But Ceramic Speed being a Danish company,
Yes.
which it is, and having a Danish fiance, it means that Denmark is probably
You're home.
49% home. I would say that.
Talk a little, you mentioned a little earlier that you grew up with the sport.
Yeah.
This sport is something that your mom and dad were doing, and you watch videos of Luke Van Leerde and all those guys.
Yeah, for me, this sport is, I regard it as my sport. We all have a childhood sport.
Yeah.
Many of my friends have soccer and rugby, which is very popular in Wales. But for me, I was brought up around triathlon. My dad was one of GB's, Great Britain's best elite
Yes.
long distance racers, Olympic distance racers as well. And he was on squads with the likes of Simon Lessin, and being brought up around that environment, naturally you just fall into this sport and you become somewhat of a historian of it, like a student of the sport, I guess. And that's what I am, and I'm just so deep involved with it, from a personal perspective and a hobby perspective, but also now from a business perspective with Ceramic Speed and with the company, and of course with my fiance as well.
Well, and talk a little bit about meeting Hella, and what was it about her that that made you realize that she could be great?
Yeah. Hella and I met in 2009, and I've been in the sport so many years, and I've been around so many professionals myself. I was on the same elite programs as the likes of Alistair and Johnny Brownlee in the UK, so I was around so many elite professionals. But Hella's professionalism just stood out to me. I've seen so many people dedicate and so many people put time in, but just the details, looking at every single detail matters to her, and I think that's why we see Hella at the very top of the sport. I regard the 1%.
Yes.
And that's what the difference is. It's the 1% that look after everything, right? And it's the ones, unfortunately, that don't look after all of the details, nutrition, lifestyle, everything. They don't get to that 1%, unfortunately. And that, to me, was a massive attraction to Hella. And, of course, she's very easy on the eye, as you could say. So, we have a great relationship, a fantastic partnership.
And talk a little bit about Ceramic Speed. It's a company. Obviously, it's been big over here in Denmark. Yeah. But really, you're the one who spearheaded what's going on in the States and in North America. Yeah.
Yeah, so Ceramic Speed is a Danish company. It's actually based 1 hour from where we are now in Billund. That's where the headquarters is. Founded in 2004. We basically specialize. We produce products, ceramic bearing products, and we apply them to the bicycle. It's our core business. And I come in onto the company in 2013, the back end of 2013, to basically, as you say, spearhead Ceramic Speed's future operations in the US. Right. And that's where now I'm based in Colorado out of Boulder with the company. And I control North and South America operations with, liaising directly with the headquarters here in Denmark. We use the marketing team of the headquarters here in Denmark. And my manager, boss is here in Denmark as well. But it's a fantastic corporation that's, we're just really passionate about doing things right and being innovative. I think the culture of our company is cycling. So we even our production workers, they're out on the bikes in lunchtime, and it's a part of our DNA and it's a part of what we do. So producing products for the bicycle industry, we have Contador Ride in our products, we have Frederik Van Leerde, Craig Alexander, Gwen Jorgensen, all of these names, and we start to see the traction now. And in the US, like we talked about before, you hadn't heard of Ceramic Speed, and we have so much potential as a company, and that's part of my job, is to grow us over there and see where we can go with it, pretty much.
When you see new products in our sport, and when you talk about groundbreaking products in cycling, you talk Aero helmet, you talk clip-in pedals, you talk Aero bars. It looks like you guys have a product that's, especially from first glance, it looks like it's going to be a difference maker.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like there's been a lot of variations of the same product.
Exactly.
Over many, many years. And I think, and this is my personal opinion, that the cycling industry has really pushed the boundaries of bicycle frames, for example. They all claim to be faster than the other, but in reality, there's marginal between the top end frames. What we do as a company, and as you said, we are focusing on specifically the drivetrain of a bike. So, from the rear derailleur, the cogs, the pulley wheels, through to the chain set, the bottom bracket, and how efficient that whole system works as a unit.
Right.
Because bikes have always been viewed, from the frame and everything that you can see.
Right.
But the internals of a bike, which are the bearings, the things that make the bike turn, they've never really been looked at or put into detail or focus from bicycle companies. So that's our focus. That's what we do as a company. But we try and educate the manufacturers of bikes to start to look at this, because there's incredible savings if they start to look at that. If they start to look at the performance of a drivetrain, the efficiency of how your chain moves through the the rear derailleur system. It all matters to performance. And as you talked with Martin Jensen in your previous show, he's a guy that's very into the details.
All detail.
And he is one of, if not the greatest rider in, at this era, at least, in terms of what he can put out in power. But it matters to him, the details. And we're a company that focuses on that. And the new product that we have, which we'll launch this summer, hopefully, we'll see it in the Tour de France. It's visually different. It catches your eye, but there's a very significant advantage to that product. And it's exciting. It's exciting to be a part of a company that really pushes the boundaries.
And this will become, people will see it at the Tour de France and become available for consumers.
Yeah, consumers just after. We hope around August time. It will be consumer ready. And we would love to see bike manufacturers start to go down that route,
and make it standard equipment.
Whether we will be there in 6 to 12 months, I don't think so in terms of standard equipment. Whether will we be there in 2 to 3 years? I hope so, and that's what I feel we can be. And it's really exciting.
Bringing a new product to the States, how hard has that been? Because there's a lot of clutter.
There's a lot of clutter. You can say that about this. The States is a big place.
It's a big place, and there's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff. I think one thing I've recognized a lot coming from Europe to the States is Europe's cycling culture has been very much high-end driven.
Okay.
For many, many years now. A lot of corporate interest in cycling. They want the best products, components, not necessarily from a speed perspective, but from an aesthetics side. They want the best, they want to feel the best. In the US, like you say, tends to be a lot of clutter. There's bike shops that really don't focus towards the high-end stuff. They don't even consider stocking it or carrying it. There's no interest there. And that's a great thing, because it's, the beginners they don't need the best things. The beginners need to just get what they need. But bringing a new product over like that, it takes education, and it takes a lot of time to sit down with people and make them understand really what it is before you can see big results. Yeah,
the deal is you're going into bike shops that have a lot of clutter in their stores, and you're saying carry another product.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's a tough one.
Yeah, and they hesitant. They are hesitant to that, but hey, that's part of the job.
I think they're going to find out at the tour that they're going to have to.
Yeah, and this is what we see as well. Like we have, like I said, the likes of Contador and Tinkoff Saxo, and then we have, Frederick in Kona, and so many of the top 10 in Kona run the product. The consumers want that.
Exactly.
And, those people run it for a reason. They don't run it because we pay them millions.
No.
We don't. We are very fair with what we do, and they run it because they want to, and they want the best. So I think we will see that with the new product that we launched as well.
Love it. Hey, Ben, thanks for all the support.
Thanks
Bob.
For
bringing us over here.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
I love it. This is being at LEGOLAND for a couple days. This is sort of a treat.
Fantastic.
Ben Powell has been our guest from Ceramic Speed. We are brought to you by Ceramic Speed. My name is Bob Babbitt. We are at beautiful LEGOLAND and Challenge Denmark, which is tomorrow. It's going to be a great race. Okay, who's your pick?
Oh,
there you go.
I'm going to go with Thomas Stranger, the young 21-year-old.
Really? Yeah. Knocking off Martin Jensen.
No, Martin will. If Thomas doesn't win it, then Martin will. Martin's the favorite, but I'm going to go with the dark horse. Thomas.
Going with the dark horse. And Michelle?
Yeah, Michelle or Mary Beth. I'm not going to pick that one.
Okay. Hold on, everyone. We will be right back.
Presented by Ceramic Speed, part of the victory.